Good afternoon, members. Welcome to our second webinar for this year. My name is Tom Nguru, Head of Business Solutions Center, and I'll also be the moderator of this particular forum. So thank you so much for joining. We welcome each one of you for this very, very important discussion. The theme of today's webinar is Passion is Everything. And we are quite excited to have all of you on board. Looking at the fact that quite a number of you logged in very early, and we are also appreciative of the fact that we have members cutting across, from all the branches where KIM's footprints are, across our 14 branches. We appreciate members that have joined us all the way from Nyeri. There are members watching this from Mombasa, Nairobi, Kitengela, Naivasha, Kisumu, and of course, we were able to see a lot of vibrancy around this. So thank you so much for joining, and I want to assure you that yes, we have a great discussion ahead here of us, and this is something that is going to be very, very interesting. Now, look at the fact that we are talking about passion. We are all aware that quite a number of things people can get to learn. You can learn skills from the institutions of learning. You can acquire experience by number of years that one has worked either in the corporate world, different organizations, but you cannot teach somebody passion. And that is why we are quite excited to delve into this topic. Of course, considering the fact that passion is one of our core values as an institute. And so we are excited to have you on board. We're excited to have our speaker, Mr. George Washiuri, here with us. And therefore, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Murithi Ndegwa, the Executive Director and CEO of KIM, to give us his opening remarks. Mr. Ndegwa, please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much, Tom. Allow me just to give you a brief in terms of what we are looking forward to today. And in terms of the brief, I'll also be introducing our speaker, who is Mr. George Washiuri. But before I do that, let me take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to our second webinar this year, which, as Tom has just said, is on the subject, passion is everything. We are told, or we learn, that to do something that we love, and which motivates us, excites us, and fills us with energy is basically what passion is all about. I think George will be decoding that further. Whether an individual is considering starting a small business or changing career paths, passion must be factored into the equation. While characteristics such as strong values, talent, ambition, intellect, discipline, persistence, and luck all contribute to business and career success, following your passion, we are told, can often make the biggest difference of all. Therefore, today we are gathered to listen and learn about how passion is everything. Just as was mentioned last week by the moderator, we have dedicated the first webinars this year to the Institute's core values, which are unity of purpose. Right behind me, you can see actually the two core values, which was done last week, and then passion for excellence, of which we are honored today to have our guest speaker, Mr. George Washiuri, who is the CEO of Optivent Group, and he's here with us. As Kenya Institute of Management, KIM, our focus this year is to make learning easier and flexible. And therefore, to this, we have training programs which are delivered both physically and virtually. We are catering for the needs of the market. There are those who want physical learning, and there are those who want virtual. And so we are catering for both needs of the market. So whether you are a busy executive or a young person starting a career in life, we have suitable products for you. And please, we kindly request you to interact with our 2021 training calendar, which is available on our website, and it can still be emailed to you by our team if you put your comment on the chat that you'd want us to send you the training calendar for 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, the pandemic has brought a lot of challenges, not only in the educational and financial sectors, but across all crucial sectors that drive our economy, including even in government institutions, as you all know, and even in the private sector. And therefore, it is with this hindsight that we keep our stakeholders like yourself, our esteemed members engaged virtually, and also having blended programs within our product portfolio for your uptake. We commit to continue exploring new opportunities and partnerships so that we deliver value across all customer touchpoints. And to this end, again, also, if there's any particular topic that you'd want us to cover this year, please feel free to put it on the chat, and we'll endeavor to consider together with our team to see the speakers that we can gather for that, and also the possibility of having the topic. Just to mention a few of some of our current business activities. Right now, as I speak, we have Kimson Intake. This is the Kenya Institute of Management School of Management programs in certification and diploma programs, and it is still open until 15th of February 2021. So if you have youngsters in your home or youngsters that you can sponsor, please feel free to get in touch with us. We'll be putting the details on the chat so that you can get the youngster to register. And even for people who are already working and who've been working for many years, including even professionals, it's important that we add more value to ourselves by learning and learning, because like we say, learning begins at birth and ends at death. Now, there's also registration which is still open for professional certification courses in supervisory skills development, in strategic management and leadership, and also monitoring and evaluation, and also in CHRP. For HR professionals, you know, this is a requirement, and KIM is one of the centers where you can learn this program, and where you can also be registered and do the exams so that you become registered by HRM. We also have a program that we're running right now in PR and communication skills. And we also have a program that is going to be starting next week in Mombasa from 8 to 12 in PR and communication training skills. This is a customized in-house training program. What this means is that as an organization, you can actually call us. We work with you in terms of coming up with a training needs analysis, and then we customize a program to suit your specific requirements. You need not come for an open program, but of course, if you want, that is also welcome. But you can also come and do customized in-house training within the organization or within your premises. Last but not least, we also have the Company of the Year Awards and the SME of the Year Award, and the registration is open for companies in readiness for the gala dinner, which is slated for 19th of November 2021, all things being equal. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite our keynote speaker. This is Mr. George Washiori. But before I do that, allow me to read his bio. George Washiori is an entrepreneur par excellence. He captains one of the most trailblazing real estate firms in Africa, and this is called Optivent Group. This is a company that is already taking its rightful position as a prominent African real estate pace setter. Optivent Group has a number of flourishing subsidiaries that include Optivent Construction, Optivent Water, and I think it's there, right? And the Ego Peak Spa franchise located at the hub in Karen. The group aims at creating over 300,000 homes and having over 30,000 direct employees by the year 2030, which is quite ambitious. George has indefatigably been at the forefront of empowering Kenyans and Africans in the diaspora to invest in the real estate sector. Having started over 15 different businesses which ended up folding, and I've had the privilege of listening to George, and I'm sure he'll share with us how one day he sat at Uhuru Park with only 500 bob in his pocket, and he was wondering what to do, having had so many businesses that he had started and they all folded. George has continued to prudently steward a company that has so far received numerous accolades, both locally and internationally. And Optivent was crowned the #1 land-selling real estate firm in East Africa in the years 2017-2018, and the 4th best real estate firm in the region by Superbrands East Africa. Optivent was also the overall winner in the top 100 mid-sized companies survey, which was done in 2014-2015 by KPMG and the Nation Media Group. The firm has also scored the best company in customer orientation and marketing in the KIM Institute Koya Awards, and this was in 2015. This astute innovator holds a Master of Business Administration degree from the University of Nairobi and a Bachelor of Commerce degree in marketing, and is a certified public accountant CPA-K. Currently, he studied for his PhD degree at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. In addition, this astute entrepreneur is also a philanthropist, motivational speaker, lecturer, and he also serves as a church elder. What a combination. To top it up, George is also a family man and a celebrated author of best-selling books, Soaring Like an Eagle and Unleash Your Full Potential and Heal Our Land. Now, as I was sharing with the members or with the people, different people, the invite for today's webinar, there's one person I sent the profile of George, and I was inviting this person for the webinar, and this is what this person had to say, so that you know that what is actually in the bio for George is in reality the truth. He said a lot of things, but I'll just figure out just one or two things. He says, George has given me 46 acres and 75 acres at Makoyo and some other portions at another place I'll not mention to subdivide into plots. The guy is a surveyor. And he says, na imagine see where to, ni Mungu tu. And his father says, I'm proud of this guy. George, the floor is yours. We are proud of you. And please share with us your discourse in regard to the topic. Thank you very much.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, our CEO, Mureithi Ndegwa. That was very humbling. You know, it's very interesting to listen people talk about you. And it's not it's very interesting. So thank you very much for the push towards the Kenya Institute of Management, an organization that is transforming our country, an organization transforming East Africa. And I'm so proud to be associated with Kenya Institute of Management. And I'm so happy that most of the people trained by Kim, they are actually working with Optiven Workforce, which is about 400 employees now. We call them partners. And I am happy to be here. I'm humbled to speak, my goodness, to over 110 people in this particular forum. And they are joining fast and furious. I have attended forums, but I think this one is unique. This one is very unique. And I want to thank Tom. You know, Tom has been my friend, and Tom is extremely committed. You know, he called me last night and said, hey, George, remember the webinar tomorrow. I told him, man, anything Kim, I am there. Even if I'm told, George, come tomorrow and wash our offices, I will come and wash them, because I value and respect Kenya Institute of Management. So I really, really feel at home, and I'm so happy to see wonderful Kenyans, you know, great Kenyans, you know, right here, that they are willing to sharpen one another, because I'm not here as a professor, no. We are here to learn from each other, to learn from the journeys, so that we are able to add value to our beautiful nation, Kenya. So I'm very, very humbled. And I'm happy that the discussion is just amazing. So I want to thank all the attendees. So if you're here, you better get ready, because anybody who comes in touch with the Kim, they change. Anybody who comes in touch with the George, of course, we create change, because my personal vision is to make the world a place. And my slogan is, I live to serve. Maybe today you need to define your slogan. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. And I'm so humbled. I am so happy to see all of you. And today's topic is very interesting. Wow, very interesting. Passion is everything.
Mr. Washiri, sorry. Allow me to cut you short. Dear members, we request you please to mute your microphones so that we don't have interruptions. We only give a chance to the speaker. And then maybe Mr. Washiri, if you could make it clearer, I think there's some kind of interference in the background so that we can hear you clearly. Thank you very much.
Okay, fantastic. So if I'm clear, Tom, you just do me like this, because I'm seeing you on my screen, then I know that I am communicating. Asante sana. And I was saying that today's topic is very, very interesting, that passion is everything. And this is very interesting because, as the CEO said, that passion is that oomph, is that energy that comes out of us as we do our business, as we do our work, as we work in the offices. And I know that passion has got sisters. You know, it has got sisters. Yes, it is everything, but it has got some pillars. And some of those pillars include a purpose, includes prayer for some of us who are born again. Those sisters include the people that you work with, the processes, the policies, those who are working and those who are in business, and also the positive mindset. But when we say that passion is everything, it holds water, because with passion, we are able to surmount challenges. We are able to offer solutions. We are able to find solutions, because, you know, the other day I was talking to somebody and he was asking, hey, George, the people working for Optiven, they are very passionate. Where do you get them from? Do you get them from Kenya, where you come from? I said, no, when I recruit them, I check the passion. Then someone asked me, do you have passionometer? I said, no. There are some things you can check to see whether this person is motivated, is a go-getter. And today's discussion is going to be very interesting as we unveil what is this passion. I want to quote Oprah Winfrey. This lady is a wonderful lady, and she says, passion is energy. It is that feel that brings up power that comes from focusing on what you are interested in. That power that comes from focusing on what excites you. And all of us, you know, over 100 of us, ask ourselves, what is this that excites you? What is it? That is what we are calling passion. The other day I was reading a story of this guy called Ian Mike. This guy decided to ride a bike from Cairo all the way to South Africa. And I was asking myself, what is this that is inspiring this young man to ride a bike across Africa? That one must be passion. And passion is powerful, it's important. It is a fuel to our dream, because sometimes we dream, but you're not able to capture these particular dreams. That is passion for you. Someone also say that passion is that which deeply moves you and me. What is that moves you? When you start a career at where you are working, what is that thing that makes you go to work early? What is that thing that really moves you? That is passion. Amazing, very interesting. It is that fire that comes out in our careers, in our businesses. And once we discover that, I can guarantee you, we can be able to achieve more and more. What is passion and what does it mean? What is this passion and what does it mean to us? They say that sometimes passion is used interchangeably with words like determination, words like conviction, words like love. I am sure you have seen stories out there, you know, a crime for passion. Have you ever discovered, ask yourself, what is this crime for passion? Yani mpenda mtu mpaka unamuua. So this thing is terrible sometimes. It is good when it is utilized in the right direction. What is passion? Passion is that strong desire that can get you do amazing things. It is that strong desire that can make you do exploits, do amazing things in your life. And you can be able to be passionate in a way that whatever that your hands does, you succeed. Very, very important. What is passion? It is that emotion. It is that emotion, but this emotion must be acted upon. If you have passion, but you are not acting on it, it is like going to our CEO's house, you know, Moredi Degwa, and then you knock at the door, and the door is not locked. So you need to take action to swing the handle and then enter into the house. So passion requires action. I do a lot of mentorship, and most of these young people tell me, hey, George, me, I'm passionate about business. Then you ask them, what are you doing? I am waiting for capital. Hey, man, waiting for capital? You don't need capital to start a business. You need that idea because you can do services. I remember when I was younger, you know, I always wanted to do business. And I had no capital like most of our young people. But I went to Amwindi and I told him, I can be able to sell this tissue paper. The only thing I needed to do, trust me. And then the Asian guy told me, drop your ID here. Take these tissue papers, take them around, and you drop the ID, and then you go shop to shop, selling. That means, what is this that was driving me to go shop to shop? It's the love of what I had, and I had to do action. I had to act. So most of us, we have those ideas, big ideas, man, big companies in our heads, but we are passionate about those big companies, but we are not taking that action. Passion requires you to take action. Passion is a fuel that fires that particular action. So once you take action, you have passion, utatembea kama ndege. You'll be flying, you'll be going up. Wow, interesting. How do you recognize your passion? Somebody was asking me, George, are there people who are not passionate? Are there people who have no passion? And how can you discover this passion? You know, we are all Africans, and most of the time we grew up in a very, very precarious conditions, and nobody was there to identify what Leonard Gitau can do. Nobody was there. Nobody was there to identify what Lois Kaburu can do. What are you best at? Nobody was there. I remember when we were growing up, when you make a mistake, the discipline was killing. And then when my mother was going away, she tells you, ban the baby, ushome mtoto. They used to be negative. Yeah, make the food unpalatable in Greek. So we were brought up in a way that everything was negative. So nobody was there to tell you, today you did a good job and you have this particular gift, this particular talent, this particular passion. That's why you find that many of us, we really struggle to find our passion. Many people struggle. Some of us, you have started businesses, water packaging, tours and travel. You know, you don't know what you are best at. You are just trying. And I can tell you, out of this group of 135, there could be many of us who are still finding their passion. There are people in the offices. They are working hard. They are struggling to finish up the 8 hours in a day. They're even struggling, you know, to do their assignment because the liking of what they do is not there. The passion for their work is not there. By the way, you are not alone. I was there. I remember after university, I went and found a job as an accountant. Man, I was balancing those books, the Z-score at Ushumi Supermarket, the P&L. I have never found myself getting tired, like trying to balance the balance sheet. Man, it was difficult. And I knew, I think, George, you are not called to be a good accountant. Yet I did CPA up to K. And I discovered my liking, my gifting, my talent, my passion is not here. And one time I was caught talking in the hall, and I was told, go and see the HR. That's how I lost my job. Can you imagine? You are found giving people stories in the office. You are supposed to be serious in balancing P&L. I lost my job. Why? Because I was doing the things that I was not too passionate about. Even today, I fear figures. If you give me some figures to check, that's why at Optiven, I am not very keen on figures. We have a CFO who is better than me by far, you know. And I discovered, George, your job is to sell. Go out there and sell to people. That's what I do on everyday basis. Interesting. That particular design. How do you recognize that passion? So if you are struggling like me, you are not alone. My encouragement, keep trying, keep trying. One day you will discover gold. One day you will discover your passion. If you're working in the offices, one day you will discover what you like doing. The other day I was talking to one of my staff, we call them partners, and I was asking them, do you really enjoy being in this department? And the person was very open. She told me, I really struggle. Then I asked the person, where can you thrive best? Yani, where can you do so well that you can work without struggle? And let me tell you, the person mentioned the department. We transferred her. Today, she is shining. She is doing so well. And that's why I want to encourage people who are in business. You can be able to do temporary deployment. Ask your people, where are you best at? Transfer them there. You never know, they can thrive. They can be able to do exploits. Maybe somebody is trying to talk to customers. You are struggling. Transfer them to where they shine, where they thrive. It is possible and doable. How do you recognize passion? Finding passion is a journey. So take the journey, and that's why we have this particular discussion. It takes time. Once you discover it, achieving what you want to achieve, it's also another up and down. Sometimes you go down the valley. Sometimes you go up the valley until the time you achieve exactly what you are looking to achieve. It's a journey. It's not easy. Sometimes you trip, you fall. Yeah. Sometimes you The failures are so severe, like what I had when I was starting my businesses. Somebody said, I like this guy, Lincoln, President Lincoln. He had a passion to lead a strong country. And he was always dreaming, leading America. That was his dream. That was his passion, to build a great country. But we all are aware the challenges Lincoln went through. Not one, not two, not three, many challenges. Let me ask you, do you have this particular focus? You are passionate about it, but it's not coming. It has taken 2 years, it has taken 3 years, it has taken 10 years. Let me encourage you. It may take time, but it will come to happen. If this guy, Lincoln, became the president of the biggest, the most wealthy country in the world, even you, it is possible. Look at this story of Joe Biden. I am sure you've seen the story of Joe Biden. Man, there's a guy who lost a wife when the wife went for shopping. That was not enough, lost a son. Can you imagine? Today, the same man served under Barack Obama as deputy. Today, the story is different. He was passionate to lead America to the next level. As I talk to you, the guy is the president of US of A. How many are you of you? You are saying, one day I want to be top CEO like Moredi Ndegwa. One day I want to be like Tom. One day I want to be like Seth Kibet. One day, I can tell you, don't throw away the towel. That day is coming. You need that energy. You need that passion. You need the sisters of passion, the prayer, the purpose, the people, because people will connect you. They say that connections plus competence, gives you results when you connect with the people. When you are competent and when you are committed, they say is equal to influence. Commitment plus competence plus connections equals to influence. So you have a job to do. We have a job to do. Interesting. Somebody said that this guy called John Ball. This guy said, nothing is important as passion. No matter what you want to do with your life, nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you want to do in life, be passionate. This guy is called John Bon Jury. Just be passionate. You will make it. You'll do it. And passion, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it. It is possible. Wow. Why follow passion? Passion is everything. Why follow passion? Grace Malinda, why follow passion? Joshua Boro, why should you follow your passion? Yeah, Arthur Geshoki, why should you follow passion? I'll share with you a few things that has helped me as a team leader for Optiven in following passion. Number one, when you follow your passion, you feel better about your work. You feel better about what you do. You feel better. You enjoy what you do. Those accountants that they are really passionate about figures, they don't struggle. Sometimes I look at our CFO. This guy has little stories, but the kind of financial statements he produces, they are amazing. Why? He feels good going about, playing about the figures. Why follow your passion? You feel better about what you do. The other day, I do mentorship for young people. And this mentorship, it is on Fridays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 hour. When I'm doing this mentorship, I don't struggle. I rise up early, I prepare, I talk to these young people because I love it. I love mentoring people. I love changing people's lives. Why follow your passion? Number two, you will stimulate your creativity. Man, we were created creative beings. Peter Sogoi, you are created a creative person. When God created you, there was no mistake, by the way. When God looked at Peter Sogoi, he said, this guy can change this nation. This guy can change a village. This guy can change a county. You are created with a lot of creativity. And when you are passionate, you will stimulate that creativity in your mind. And let me tell you, creativity changes things. Can you imagine just the other day, 1953, when KIM was started? This is somebody who was creative. Today, we are talking about team empowering over 70,000 graduates, over 70,000 graduates. Why? There's somebody who followed their passion. They discovered that they can be able to come up with a college that now prides on empowering over 70,000 people, over 19 branches. Can you imagine? Why follow passion? You will stimulate your creativity, liking what you do. Number 3, why follow passion? As you work, you won't feel forced. Yani, as you work, you don't feel the push from your boss. As you work, you don't feel that unasukumwa sana, because you love what you do. That's very interesting. And that's why many employers right here, they say, I want to hire somebody who is passionate. I want to get somebody who is passionate about what they do. You know, the other day we ran a restaurant in Kitengela called the DMC Place, Oasis of Family Transformation. And every time we look for people to handle these children and their families, we are looking for somebody who has got this character of liking people, or the passion of liking people. Somebody who can be able to withstand harsh comments from customers. So if you're not passionate about that hospitality work, I can tell you, you'll be shouted when the food is cold, and then you shall coil and go home, and you resign. And most of us, we resign from our ideas because the world is full of challenges. The world is not going to massage you. Man, for you to achieve, sometimes you attract people who naturally don't like you. But if you are passionate with what you do, whether they like Tom or not, my friend, the webinar continues. In fact, after this webinar, another one next week, because you are not guided by the comments of the people out there. You are passionate about what you do. Yeah. Interesting. Look at this. Number 4. Why follow passion? Number 4, you'll be able to relax more. Yani, you'll be able to relax. When you're working, you are relaxing. When you're working, you don't feel tired because you are passionate about it. I like the pastors. You know, there are some pastors in this city who can preach for 3 hours, for 2 sermons or 3 sermons. How come these guys are not getting tired? It's because they are passionate about it. So even as they preach, they are relaxing. The other day, somebody was asking me, George, how comes you do FB Live every Friday? I said, I enjoy it. When I'm doing FB Live, I am relaxing. I am enjoying. I am happy about it, you know. Why follow passion? You are able to do things in a relaxed mood. You don't get tired. Number 5, you will go above and beyond. Passionate people go above and beyond. They achieve extraordinary. Passionate people, these are the people, when you are sitting, they are standing. When they are standing, they are outstanding. When you become outstanding, they become a standard. These are people, they are unstoppable. They are bold. They are on the move. They are going. They are change movers. They are change agents. And when I look at all of you, I can tell you have capability to go above and beyond. Let me tell you, people who are in career, we as employers, we can tell the person who go above and beyond, the person who is not pushed. You know, you can tell, you know, if you go to sports or to golf, look at these guys like Tiger Woods. You know, this guy, when people are really struggling to play golf, this guy picks a golf stick and it's as if he's just joking. You know, he's just moving. By the end of the game, the guy is stops. Why? They are passionate about it. They are able to go above and beyond in our own careers. Are we able to really outperform ourselves in our businesses? Are we able to outperform ourselves? You know, the other day I was seeing a story. You know, people are comparing. They were talking about the current express superhighway happening along Mombasa Road, you know, from Mlolongo coming this way. And they were saying, these fellows, I won't mention the names, these guys, why they don't have a Sunday? These guys, they have no night. When we are going to sleep, some of us, we are rushing home to beat curfew. These guys are building. You know, wanashomelea barabara. And somebody is asking, what is this drive? What is driving these guys? And then I read a story that they are able to achieve their target within 50% of the time. And I said, George Washiori, wake up. You know, when I'm sleeping, these guys are working, and you know them. You know, one of them is called, you know, one of the richest fellow there in China. You should read his story. Well, they are going above and beyond. They are passionate. Ukiona watu wakishomelea, when they are welding this express highway, they are doing it in a way that you can tell they are really serious about it. They are enjoying it. Let us ask ourselves, do we enjoy what we do? Samuel Bogwa, do you really enjoy what you do? Johnson Muzeke, yani what you do you really love it? You can be able to tell, I can work overtime. Interesting. Number 6, why follow your passion? Number 6, no obstacle will stop you. Man, no obstacle will stop you. You will move. You will achieve. No obstacle will move you when you follow your passion, because passion ignites your work. Passion is able to find out the solution to overpass the obstacle. No obstacle will stop you. I remember one time I lost a lot of money. You know, I really wanted to be in real estate. And I started as an agent. You know, you go out there, sell properties for people. And I remember one time I went and sold a property, very nice property, and I was to get very good commission. I even started planning for this commission. And I was telling my wife, hey, now, first of all, we go for a holiday, we save 10%, we tithe 10%, and then we can be able to develop ourselves. Man, I sold the property. And then I called the owner. And the owner told me, man, this property is not yours. It has not been yours. I'll only give you 100,000 as opposed to 2.7 million. I thought I was dreaming. Hey, man, I thought it was a dream. I called him again. He told me the same and told me, young man, don't disturb me. The property is mine. Hey, I thought it was a joke. So I now move from budgeting millions to budgeting 100,000. The following day I called the guy. He was a very wealthy guy. And they told me, young man, stop disturbing me. Huh? I was looking for my 100,000. The other call I called, Muteja. The time he picked, he told me, please don't call me again. My dreams were shattered. I was desperate. I was stressed. But I said, I will never give up. Now I discovered, why can't I now invest myself, buy my own properties? The first investment, I lost 5 million. Things were tough. Things were difficult. And I went down for a whole 1 year. That's when the CEO said, my office was a Uhuru Park with my Bible, a notebook and a pen. Life was difficult. In fact, I had said, I will never do real estate again. But I had that liking, that passion of real estate. The story is long. I have authored a whole book. You can get it on a textbook center, Solomon Kanego. You can read that story. And how comes I went back? Because I was passionate. I was unstoppable. Ask yourself, are there dreams that you had? You encountered challenges like George Washiori and you stopped. It's a high time you go back to those dreams, restart them, dream again, and say no to dream killers. Sometimes dream killers are ourselves. They are our friends, they are our families, they are challenges. You have to say no to those dream killers. If George went back to real estate, now you're talking about Optiven, a company that is really housing a lot of Kenyans. You can do it better than George Washiori. You can do it. Number 7, why follow your passion? Why follow your passion? Why follow your passion? Martin Hubbard, why follow your passion? Dr. Peter Kitoni, why follow your passion? You will feel more fulfilled. When you follow your passion, you feel more fulfilled. Whatever that you do, I was watching the CEO speak. Yeah, passionate about Kenya Institute of Management, the successes, the consultancy, the students registering. You know, it is coming from his heart. When Tom speaks, it comes from his heart. You will feel more fulfilled because you love it. And that's why everyone must follow that passion, that energy, that ooze, whether it is in business, whether it is in career, follow it up, push it to the end. And I can tell you, passion can move Mount Kenya. Passion can move your business to the next level. Of course, you have to invite the sisters for you to move. Wow, I like this. I read from the Kim website that passion for excellence, passion for excellence. And I was asking myself, what does it mean? Passion for excellence in your own career. What does it mean? Passion for excellence. When we talk about excellence, we are talking about something extremely good, something out of this world, outstanding, something the best of the best. But how can you link passion with excellence? They say passion brings out championships. For you to be a champion, you must be passionate on what you do, be it in academia, be it in business, be it in career. Because champions strive for the best. When you find yourself here striving for the best, just know you are passionate about what you do. Champions are totally committed. Let me tell you, passion without action, you won't go very far. But for you to be a champion, yeah, passion for excellence, for you to be brought out to be a champion, you have to be totally committed, be it your work. Man, you better be committed. What you do, be committed. Don't be followed up. Be committed. Be it your family. Be committed. Champions live by the highest standards. Yeah. How we are now beginning the year 2021. Are we declaring ourselves champions? What are the standards that we are following in our businesses, in our career, in our families, in our lives? How many of us right now, they have already written their goals, family goals, financial goals, education goals? I want to join Kim this year. You have been postponing. Is it written? If you want to be a champion, you better live by the highest standards, not by word of mouth, by putting it down and implementing it and taking action. We do not want to be dreamers at the KIM. We want to be passionate. We want to be doers. We want to be counted for people who are champions on what they plan to do. Somebody said, this guy called Booker T. Washington, he said, excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. Wow, my goodness. Excellence is to do a common thing in an uncommon way. That is excellence. That is excellence. Interesting. As we come to the conclusion, what are some of the qualities? I'll share with you 3 qualities of excellence. 3 qualities of excellence, only 3. One of them, you have to discover something here. You have to discover your natural talent. Yeah. You have to discover your natural talent. Florence, what is your natural talent? Can you discover it? Do you know it? Gerard Wafula, do you know your natural giftings, the natural talent? Naomi Gumo, do you know it? Know your natural talent. Know your brilliance. What are you best at? Veronica Kamau, do you know your brilliance, that you are so good in this thing that nobody can really challenge you? Know your brilliance. Know your natural talent, know your brilliance, and learn to become it every day. Yeah, learn to become it every day. There is this guy called Michael Jordan. Yeah, this guy, he always had passion for basketball. And every day he was throwing 300 balls a day. Every day, whether it is raining, whether it is sunshine, whether it is snowing, whether it's foggy, every day. And that's the secret. If you discover your talent, practice makes permanent. Practice makes permanent. Be the best that you can. Be the best in your career. Be the best in your business. Be the best in your consultancy. That when people are thinking about consultancy, they only think about KIM. When people call KIM numbers, only 2 rings and you pick the phone, not 10 rings, not 15, because you are sure that you have that quality of excellence. Number two, quality of excellence. It brings creativity and innovation. Creativity and innovation. Thinking out of the box produces innovation. Thinking away from the box produces creativity and innovation. And if you want to be innovative, you want to be creative, you must admit you do not know everything. Always start with the word why and how. Admit you are not mjuaji, you don't know everything. I don't know whether you have ever talked to people. They cannot allow you to talk. They talk throughout. In fact, you wonder, can this person allow me to talk? Those who are in marketing, we know that listening is one of the components of marketing. Listening to your customer. What are their pains? Once you understand their pains, you are able to offer them a solution. Very, very important. Once you listen, it pricks your creativity, your innovation, provision of new solutions by admitting you do not know it all. Always start the statement or ask yourself why. Ask yourself questions. There, you get best solutions. The other day, I was wondering, when we started real estate, the industry had over 10,000 people. And I remember one friend of mine, very good friend, he told me, George, Yani, you are going to sell shamba. You're going to sell shamba. Do you know how many companies are there in the market? And told me, I think you are doing the wrong thing. But an idea came because I was passionate about it. I wanted to make it good. Why are Kenyans buying properties? Yet from statistics, from Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, they are saying 67% of our people, they're in the informal sector. Yet these people have got properties all over. We did a research, we discovered the reason why people are not building is because most of these plots, they have no water. These plots have no power. These plots are not green energy. These plots have no security. These plots have no infrastructure. An idea came, value added plots. We went to the market and said, we are specialists on value addition on land. People thought of value addition in milk or food. Now they're wondering, how can you add the value on land? And we went in the industry. The rest are stories. Right now, we also met other people to do value addition. Right now, we are talking about going green, whereby when you come to a project, the project has got solar street lighting, we are recycling the water, we are planting the trees, going green and transforming the same properties. Why? Creativity. Creativity attracts success. Very important. Number three, the third quality of excellence. Number three, just show up. Yeah. Just show up, man. Just show up. Do you have that idea that has been boiling in your head? You are saying, 2021, I'm starting my own thing. 2021, I am joining KIM. Yeah, 2021, I'm going to do a higher diploma. Just show up. Go to KIM's offices, even if you have no fees. Yeah, just go there. Showing up alone, the resources will come from the south, from the north, from the east. The mind will start thinking, where do I get resources to pay fees to KIM so that I'm able to get this knowledge? Just show up. Is it that business you have been telling people, your friends on WhatsApp, that this year, 2021, ninaanza biashara? Just start it. Start with the website, man. Yeah. www.joelchepkwony.com. Start there. Yeah, start there. Yeah, about us, Joel Chepkwony, MD. Yeah. Then somebody else, just show up, just start. The reason why most of us, we are not able to go to the next step, we refuse to show up. Just show up, just do it, just start. Go there and register. Register for that course in KIM, just show up. Join the membership. In fact, you can start with joining the membership. Just join to be a member of KIM, as simple as that. Just show up. And I'm so happy that most of you already showed up in this particular webinar. Very, very interesting. When you show up, obstacles will come. Some of these obstacles are temporary. Obstacles of discouragement. If people will tell you, man, hey, nowadays there are no jobs. Man, you're doing a diploma, hakuna kazi. Man, those are temporary obstacles. Don't listen to those temporary obstacles, because once you have that certificate from KIM with you, when you come to Optiven, we shall listen to you. But when you come with nothing, umesoma mpaka wapi? Nilifika form 4. Umefanya kitu ingine? Hakuna. My friend, of course, kuna kazi hapa ya kufagia, utapewa hiyo. But you have a certificate. Even if it's a diploma, a certificate, you can be able to go to the next level. And if not that, create something for yourself. Don't let temporary obstacles deter you. Just show up. Show up and again, gain momentum. There's one thing to show up, but keep gaining momentum. When you show up, you have done diploma with Kim. You have done a higher diploma. You know, keep the momentum. Don't stop there. Education has no end, by the way. I can see here you have doctors. They can tell us. Education has no stop sign. You keep learning every day. And that's why I encourage all people that I mentor. Ensure you read a book every month. Every month, read a book. And this is the book for me, what I'm reading. The Dream Killers. You know, the Dream Killers. That's the book I'm reading. So ask yourself, which book are you reading? You need to type here, tell me, which book are you reading? Because if these guys here are 161, they can read books. They can register in Kim and do a course. And those who are professors here, go there and teach. You know, we can be able to change Africa. We can change Kenya. We can create jobs, because the people to create jobs is not government. No, it is you and me. My goodness, just show up. Finally, how do you demonstrate passion at workplace? How do you demonstrate passion at workplace? Wherever you are working, I don't know where you are working. How do you demonstrate passion at workplace? Wow, I'm happy. I can see some people are reading books. Wow, people are reading books. I'm happy. People are reading. There's this Tom. Tom is reading. I'm reading. You Can Win by Shiv Ella. Hey, I like it. People are reading books. Tell us what you are reading. You know, some people just read newspapers. That's a newspaper, my friend. You need to read books. How to demonstrate passion at work? Number one, identify what you contribute at workplace. Are you a statistics in your workplace? What do you contribute to the team? Are you the person who pulls others down? Are you the person who exudes energy, who support other people? Identify what you contribute. You know, I can tell you the other day, some years back, the government was retrenching. Yeah, they were retrenching. And I happened to know somebody who was there in the human resource during retrenchment. And I asked him, by the way, how are you able to identify you retrenched George Washiori and not Lynn Njoroge? How are you able to know this one is cabbage, huyu ni sukuma, huyu ni carrot? How do you identify the person retrenched? And the answer was very interesting. The guy told me it is easy. Just identify people who don't contribute anything to the parastatal. Now, what was chunjwa, my friend? That's why even for us at Optiven, if you come for an interview and then you tell us, I was retrenched because of COVID. Unajua COVID, I was retrenched. So we ask ourselves, then we ask the person, are there people who are left? If you happen to say yes, we know you are retrenched because you did not contribute anything. So we can't pick you. Ask yourself this afternoon, are you a contributor or are you the person who wait to be told what to do? Man, don't wait for your boss to tell you what to do. Contribute. Contribute. Peter Oringo, contribute. Be a contributor, that you are so useful. People love you. And when you're not there, people know. Someone told me that if you are not in the office and nobody recognizes, you are not useful there, man. Utachinjwa, you'll be pruned. How do you demonstrate passion at workplace? Number two, dress to impress. Yeah, man. Dress to impress. People address you the way you are dressed. Just dress properly so that when the customer comes to ask a query, they are confident. If you come to Optiven, we dress officially. We don't just go to the office, because we want, when Omulako comes to Optiven Barclays Plaza 14th floor, the way you see the Optiven partners, you are confident that your 1 million is safe. Yeah, so we are intentional about it. Dress to impress. When you are going for a meeting, don't just go, man. The only person we are allowed to dress shagala bagala is only Mark Zuckerberg. Only Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, Bill Gates. You are not Bill Gates, man. Wow. You are not Bill Gates. You are Sultan Amli. You are not Bill Gates. You are Esther Kanyanya. You are not Bill Gates. Once you are like Bill Gates, even if you want to dress on a t-shirt, man, your money is just giving back all over the world. Dress to impress. 2 things happen when you dress to impress. Number 1, you feel good on how you look. So when you go to talk to a CEO, Murithi Degwa, even the way you're looking, the words are coming out, and you never know. He can tell you, I'm going to promote you. Even the way you are presenting yourself, dress to impress. It makes you feel good and also look good. It boosts your confidence, man. We are living in a society whereby the confidence have gone down. So you better dress in that attire that boosts your confidence. It can rekindle your morale. Dress to impress. How to demonstrate passion at workplace. Number 3, be timely. Be timely. Timely, I mean, if it is reports you are doing, don't wait for Tom to ask for reports. Send those reports a day earlier. I used to work in Kakuma refugee camp in the year 1999-2000. And I had a boss who was from UK. He was called Graham Davison. And this guy really wanted people who are timely. And I discovered this guy, the manager of the camp, values time. So for me, I was in charge of logistics. A day before the reports are needed, I sent my reports. A day before. I did that for 6 months. The 7th month, I got a pay rise. Man, can you imagine? Just because of being timely. And people are making noise. Wewe umekuja juzi na mshahara imeongezwa. I continued. The 2nd year, I got a promotion. Yani now the real promotion. Why? Being timely. But most of us, men, the reports have to be asked through an email, through a WhatsApp, through a text. You never deliver those reports. When you deliver them, they have typos. They have mistakes. Can your employer count on you? You employers, can your people really, can you count on them? Be timely. Number 4, how do you demonstrate passion at workplace? Appreciate your co-workers. Yes, I mean it. Appreciate your co-workers. Don't be the person who goes to the window. You prick people. In fact, you are the channel to gossip in your workplace. Men, that way, you are not demonstrating your passion. Appreciate people. When they do good, when they shine, congratulate them. They say, when you congratulate people, when they do well, even you'll be congratulated. Your day is coming. So don't feel bad when people are shining. The same in business. For us at Optiven, we say we don't have competitors in real estate. We have 0 competitors. But we say we have only 1 competitor. This 1 competitor is ourselves. So we say we compete with ourselves. Then we also ask ourselves, how many real estate companies are there in Kenya? We say there are only 2. Number 1 is Optiven Real Estate. Number 2 is others. So ask yourself, are you spending sleepless nights competing? Don't waste your energy. Compete with yourself. Once you compete yourself, you can only shine. You'll be a shining star. For you to be a star, the stars don't boast that they are stars. They just shine. They shine because they are stars. They don't compete. That way, you'll be demonstrating passion. You'll be demonstrating passion. You are passionate on what you do. Appreciate your co-workers. Be the mentor. Be the person to hold the weak ones. Hold their hands. I read a story the other day that there are these guys who are competing on a marathon. There were these brothers from Kenya, and others from Spanish. And the Kenyan brother confused the finish line. And then he saw a certain line and he just slowed down. The Spanish were coming. There were 3 of them coming. But this Spanish guy, akasukuma Mkenya amalize. Akamsukuma. Then he was asked, why didn't you overtake this Kenyan fellow and get a gold medal? The guy said, wait a minute. I knew this guy confused the finish line. I know I was not the first one. If I passed him, how would I tell the story to my mother? Can you imagine the level of honesty? Can you imagine and appreciating that you are not the winner? There's this guy who is a winner and even support them. And how many times do we step on other people's slippers? In Kikuyu we say, ukanyagia mtu slippers. You do not want your friend to shine. Can you imagine? That is not passion. Unakanyagia mtu slippers. Anaanguka. Now let me tell you, ukikanyagia mtu slippers, Grace, hata wewe utakanyagiwa. Support people to succeed. That's why for us at Optiven, we support even people who are doing similar businesses. Right now, we are doing a mentorship where about 300 people have registered. I have seen about 5 people doing real estate. We are going to mentor them because real estate is big, it's huge. We are just crashing the earth. That's why Chinese are coming to do it. It is massive and it will never end. It started with Abraham. Abraham was given a plot. He refused to be given. He said, I want to buy a plot where I can be buried. So it is not ending today. So if you are there, you are dreaming of starting real estate, you better start. Come to us, we'll mentor you because the opportunities are always there. They are always there. Support each other. Number 5, and the last one, take an initiative. How do you demonstrate passion at the workplace? Take an initiative. I mean it. Be a problem solver. One of the things that we are facing in Africa, as we say, passion is everything, is because we have more consumers than producers. We need people. We need all these people here, 175 of us. Be a producer. Be a producer. Don't be a consumer. Ask yourself, what can I produce for Africa? Are you producing houses? What can you produce? Are you producing education like KIM? What are you producing? Be a producer. If we can have many producers, we can be able to develop our counties, our nation. The other day I went to China and I was amazed. I was shocked. Can you imagine? At the back of people's homes is a cottage industry. This guy has got a machine producing thousands and thousands of t-shirts. Producing. And every Chinese is producing. Some are doing simple things like grass like this one. They're just producing. They produce one thing and they produce. Man, like in some of us, we consume. In fact, you go to the market, you want to buy cabbages. Unafinya, matunda unafinya, madizi. You're not producer and you are destroying for the next customer. Let us be producer for us to realize our passion. And that way, we can be able to change wherever we are, our situations, our country. Let us not be complainers. Kenyans, we are expert in analysis. Very good in analyzing. You are analyzing political situation. Man, are you a politician? Go and vie, become a politician. You are analyzing the value addition have no value. Some of you are in a WhatsApp groups whereby it's purely political. You are the best analyst. Why can't you go to your village, be an MCA? Sometimes you even people left in the group just because of a discussion. Why? They are consumers. Why can't you be a producer? Why can't you be Grace? Why can't you be a blogger? Blog about positive things. And that's why for us at Optiven, we made a decision. We must be the voice of positivity. We must inject positive vibe on social media. We must inject positivity through foundation. We must support. We live to serve. And that way, we can be able to change our homes. We can change our organizations. We can change our businesses by being a producer. Allow me to finish that passion produces energy in us. Passion produces energy. We must act out of passion before we feel it. We must act out of passion before we really experience the passion. That way, we can be able to be change agents. And I'm so excited that KIM has decided to be passionate in terms of educating people, in terms of giving people value. And that's why we are here in this particular Zoom. And I think I want to end at that particular point to allow people to ask questions. But before I conclude, I want to challenge you. I want to request you. I want to urge you that every one of you here have got certain capacity. Nobody is better than the other. Everyone has got some capacity. You need to ask yourself, what is your capacity and how are you using it to create a difference? And you combine that capacity with your passion to produce fruits. Some of these capacities are very interesting. They are natural capacities. One of them is thinking capacity. God has given us ability to think. And the difference between you and others is the way you think. So that thought process, if you combine it with passion, I can guarantee you success gonna be sure. Capacity number 2 that God has given you, this natural giftings, energy capacity. Man, you are energetic. You have energy. You can move things. And you need to ask yourself, Annie, and water, where and are you able to utilize that energy capacity to do what you are supposed to do? Energy capacity. And Mongera, Yani, you have this energy capacity. Are you using that capacity to produce? You also need to think, to know that God has given you relationship capacity, relating with the people. I always say that people buy people. People don't buy products. People don't buy clothes at Optimum. People buy people. Are you able to develop that relationship that every time Tom think of whom to call, you come in his mind? Do you have that relationship? And relationships are built up with your financiers, with consultants, with business people, with a Zoom like this one. Relationship capacity, we can build it. The risk capacity. Are you the person who is risk averse? I can tell you, if you are risk averse, there's a level you cannot go. KIM has taken risk to do Zoom over COVID. Can you imagine Zoom over COVID? We are using your data and you are still 174 using your data. Can you imagine? It's a risk that people will attend. And some of us will look at you. You have those wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, magnificent ideas, but you have totally refused to take a risk. Even life itself is a risk. Where you are the floor above you is a risk. Who says cannot collapse? It's a risk. I want to urge, especially those who are thinking of their career, go to the next level, take a risk, do the next course, register for the next course. Those who are not registered, before the Zoom, register to be members of KIM. Take that risk. Maybe you have no money, but you are now going to think where to get resources. The last capacity is emotional capacity. Emotional capacity. How do you balance your emotions? Even as I talk about passion, how do you balance your emotions? Are you moody? Are you the people who are moody in the morning? How do you kill moodiness in such a word? How do you kill it in the morning? This is how I do it myself. When I wake up in the morning, I confess positively. I say, today I am going to sell a property today. Today I'm going to meet an important person like Tom or Morezi Degwa. Today I'm going to meet somebody important. Today I'm getting a good call. Hey, man. I remember one time I was the only marketer, the accountant at Optimum. And every time we wake up, I would say, today I'm selling a plot. And by the way, I was selling. For you to kill this idea of being moody, have that positive confessions. Read the positive books. And I'm seeing what people are reading. Let me see what people are reading. Read positive books. Listen to videos. Yeah, listen to people who inspires you. If you're not available to listen to, personally have YouTube. Go to George Oshel YouTube. Listen. And you kill this idea of being moody. Moody people die early, my friend. Moody people, you are lucky if you pass 70 years because you are making your system tired. Life is easy, have a walk, be happy. Join this Zoom and just be happy. Don't be too complicated. Don't be too complicated. Have you ever seen people that are too complicated? Those are ones maybe say, I have no passion for anything. You know, I have only a passion for the moon. Man, we can change it. And I think I have to stop there and hand over this mic back to Tom, and also thank all the participants for making time on this particular webinar. And you're all welcome to Optiven. We are in Absa Plaza, 14th floor and 15th floor. Those who are in Kitengela, you're welcome to GMC Place in Karen, at the waterfront, and also at the hub. God bless you. I value you. I love you. You are the best.
Wow, thank you so much, George. That was such a passionate presentation. I think listening to you, I felt my seat getting hotter because I felt like just rising up and like, grabbing the moment and feeling, it's possible to do it. So thank you so much. You've actually done that with a lot of energy, of course, a lot of commitment. And of course, as you can see from the chat box, people have really appreciated the presentation. So please, as you grab a glass of water, which is very important, we'll get to the Q&A session. And of course, as you say hello to your beautiful daughter there, who is also tapping into your passionate presentation. Thank you very much for that support. We want to share just some few questions that have come through from the audience and members. Now, the first question that we have, maybe what I'll do, George, is I'll take the first 3 questions, then you address them, then perhaps if time allows, we get back to the other 2 or 3. Now, the first question from Sultan Amri. What triggers passion, and why do others have passion while others don't? What triggers passion, and why do others have it while others don't have it? I know part of this perhaps you had also covered in your presentation, but of course you may just want to note that to go through it. In fact, this is one of those very few presentations where you didn't have PowerPoint slides, you are talking from the heart, and we really appreciate that. Second question, and this question is from Dr. Peter Kitonyo. What kills passion in great dreams? What kills passion in great dreams, and how can one overcome it? What kills passion in great dreams, and how can one overcome that kind of a challenge? Attached to the same is also the question that he has asked, can passion be learned? Can one get to learn passion? Very important. Of course, the other one is just a positive comment from Cleopas Chesoli, who is thanking you very much for your consistency and passion. In fact, he remembers you from the days of Kakuma when you mentioned that. And of course, he can still agree to the fact that you are still connected and very passionate about this. The last question is from Brian Amu. How do you prevent passion from clouding business judgment? How do you prevent passion from clouding business judgment? So, George, if you could be able to respond to those ones, starting with Sultan's question, which about the trigger of passion and all that, then perhaps we'll get other questions coming through. Thank you very much for that very good presentation. So, over to you.
Thank you, Tom. Repeat question number 3 kindly.
Yes, question number 3 from Brian Amu. How do you prevent passion from clouding business judgment? How do you prevent passion from clouding business judgment? You got it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So over
wow,
to you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tom. Wow, this is a very intelligent forum. Intelligent people are right here. 170 of them. These are true thinkers. I like the discussion. Wow, thank you, Sultan. What triggers passion? I had said earlier that passion is birthed by your likings. Yeah. What do you like? Do you like biking? Do you like, what is your liking? What are your giftings? Because everybody, when you are created by God, you were given a certain gift.
Sorry, we lost you, Mr. Washipi.
Sultan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you're back. Thank you.
Fantastic. I talked about liking. What do you like doing? What is this gifting that God has given you? That's where the passion is hiding. It is hiding there. Number two, passion can be activated by what you read, what you listen to, and whom you associate with. Sometimes get people who can tell you the truth. They say you are an average of 5 people you move around with. If you move around with the millionaires, you'll be the 6th one. If you move around with mediocre people, you'll also be a mediocre person. If you're in a WhatsApp group that is full of abuses, leave. Just left, because it's going to kill your liking, kill your passion. Man, we have to really disappear and vomit our people. Some people like Jonah, Jonah was vomited by the fish because the fish was uncomfortable. So you find yourself uncomfortable. Your passion is suppressed. Ondoka. Go where you are celebrated. Don't go where you are tolerated. Have people who can tell you the truth. You discover passion. Upbringing, yes. The parents here, hey, parents, I see you. Alois Otieno, I see you. I see you. Parents, your children, this is the time to tap, to tell them their passion. My daughter here, always tells me, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber. I've been recording videos with her. In the church, she says poems. Identify that passion and don't force your children to do what you did not do. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a lawyer. Then you are for sure, in school, you're always number last. Yet, when this boy or girl, your son becomes number 5, you're almost scolding them. You're almost punishing them. Man, what is their passion? What's their talent? Upbringing. So parents, you have a job to do. I hope Sultan have answered your question. How comes some people are passionate, others are not? Yeah. Somebody says practice makes permanent. You can start today being passionate. I remember one time, I really wanted to really do marketing. And I happened to come from a very, very funny background. In fact, my primary school, we were taught English in Kikuyu. Yeah. And every time I would speak, people were telling me you are shrubbing. One time I said, even these French people, the way they speak English, terrible English. I said, I don't care whether I shrub or I shrub. Why? My upbringing was a local school. Because I've been practicing some words. I'm from Yeri. So practice makes perfect. You can practice to be passionate. Listen to some inspirational people who can inspire you. People like Brian Tracy, people like John Maxwell, people like Murithi Degwa, people who can really mine that liking that you have. You can develop passion. It is possible, it is doable, and you can try it. Dr. Peter, what kills passion? Hey, man, there are many things that kills passion. Number one, ourselves. If we have low self-esteem, passion will be dead and buried. And one of the things we must really fight is low self-esteem. It is something that you must fight. Number two, the people who are dream killers, people who always discourages you. You want to join Kim, they discourage you. These ones, they are going to kill, to suppress your passion, dream killers. And there are many. Today in social media, there are some people called keyboard warriors. You post anything positive, their job is to kill it. Sometimes I check people commenting and I say, I check the profile of this guy. You find this guy is even a college person. But the language they have used is a killer language. Keyboard warriors, they're friends. Dr. Peter, what kills a passion? Lack of mentors. Yeah. Lack of mentors, lack of mentorship. Yeah. Let's pick, at least you'd have a mentor or two, either spiritual mentor, business mentor, career mentor. Lack of mentors can really suppress our passion. Energy drainers, they are people, their job is to drain your energy. You spend time with them, you are drained, you are tired, you want to give up. I hope I've answered the question from Dr. Peter. Brian, how do you prevent passion from crowding business judgment? Easy. And I'll give my own example. Personally, I am passionate about inspiring people. I am passionate seeing people succeed. I am passionate about environment. Right now, we are running a campaign we are calling Going Green, whereby we are telling our customers, if you come to Victory Gardens Kitengela or Garden of Joy in Machakos or Amani Ridge, Kiambu, the roof must be able to allow you to drink its water. Do gutters. Then we are telling you, you must recycle your water from washrooms, from kitchen, Going Green. The building must be a green building. I'm also very passionate to see people improve. Sometimes, Optiven real estate does not give me that leeway. What did we do? We registered a foundation. Now, that's where now we go, we clean up Gatataek. Those who watch, who follow us on Facebook, George Washington Facebook. We go out there in Wasungishu. We give wheelchairs to the physically challenged. That's passion. Sometimes look for avenue that you really exercise what you are passionate about. If you like riding a bike, nunua moja bwana, nunua moja. Start riding, start riding. If you like running, hey man, start it. Because there are some things you cannot do in the office, but you can go do them out there as a hobby. That way, you now focus on business and what you like doing. If you love football, man, yeah, join AFC, join Gor Mahia. Hey, yeah, you know, you can do it. But if you are able to tune the passion to be part of your business, I can guarantee you success will be real. Success will be realized, because when passion meets business ideas, I can guarantee you, you have no other choice but to succeed. That's why you find that people who develop businesses from their passion, people like Mark Zuckerberg, they love it. People like Dr. James Mwangi, they love it. You know, they just flow. People like George Washuri, me, I just flow in marketing. I don't struggle. I don't even think. I just flow. You come to a manage, I said your plot at 7 million. By the time you are realizing you already bought it and you are doing a check. So if you can marry passion with your career or with your business, I can tell you, we'll be reading you in the newspapers, on social media. You'll be creating an impact in the world. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, George. Well articulated answers. I think like what you've just said, whatever it is that you are passionate about, just show up. I think that is so powerful statement that we need to pick home. As you are answering those questions, some of the questions that came through, I think you've addressed them in your answers, but just one very last question. What is the difference between passion and dream? What is the difference between passion and dream? Just that, please, as you highlighted, then we wind it up. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Tom, and thank you who asked that one.
That is BM.
Yeah, BM, thank you very much.
Yes.
Wow, I would say that passion is the fuel to your dream. It is the pedestal to your dream, because the dream is where you want to be in 30 years, in 20 years, in 5 years. A good example, you know, for us, the dream of Optiven is to create 30,000 jobs. But are we passionate to create these opportunities? Are we energized to create these jobs, or is just a statement? So passion allows you to propel those big thoughts, those big ideas that you have, the big dreams. And the two, when they are combined, I can guarantee you, you see results. I hope I've answered BM that question. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well answered. Thank you very much. So thank you, George. I think that was such a powerful presentation. We've really enjoyed it. If you look at even the numbers, I think this is the highest number we've ever had in any webinar. It just shows you that members were really excited, and you can even see from the comments, we really, really thank you very, very much. Dear members, this is a great opportunity. This is what we have for you. KIM is your institution, and that is why we organize this kind of forum so that you can be able to connect with us, Your Excellence, and be able to enjoy some of the programs we have for you. Our next webinar, which will be 2 weeks away from now, we'll share with you the details and the topic. And of course, we encourage you to continue connecting with us because this is what we love doing. And of course, just ensuring that we build capacity in our members and so that they can be very passionate about what they're doing. They can be very competitive. And of course, by so doing, we are developing a great society. Thank you very much. I want to hand it over to Mr. Ndegwa, KIM CEO, to give us his closing remarks. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tom. Members will agree with me that George Washiri has done a very, very good job. Shall we give him the thumbs up? Thank you, George. To all the members who logged in today, and at peak we counted about 176 members. Thank you so much for logging in today and for joining us for this webinar. We also want to thank all those who logged in for the first time. I'm sure there are many first timers who came in today. And to all of you, we want to say thank you very much on behalf of KIM. There are also those who've been with us since we started these webinars way back last year. I think as George said, during COVID-19, we were running the webinars, and that time we were actually doing it on a weekly basis. But of course, now we are doing it on a bi-weekly basis. So to all of you who've been with us and who continue being with us, thank you for your support. There are also those who logged in very early. When we logged in at about 2:30 or 2:45, there are people who are already on board. And this is very good for us because we are able then to start exactly on time. So thank you so, so much to all of you. As we look through the screen, we see we already have about 158. So to all of you who have waited patiently until the end of the program, thank you very, very much. And we really do appreciate. As we always say, a speaker can be great, but without questions, it's either people lost you or they didn't understand what was there. And so to all those who had sent questions in advance, and even those who are posting questions on the chat, thank you so, so very much. Any questions that have not been fully answered, we'll endeavor to share with George, and then George will answer, and we can send them back to you because you already have your addresses. Secondly, the reason why we have these webinars is because of you members. And therefore, we kindly request you, if there's any particular topic that you'd want us to cover, please feel free, send us communication, whether it's on the website or you can even post it on the chat, and we'll endeavor to find speakers who can come and give a good discourse. We thirdly cannot forget our own governing council members. Thank you so much for your support. And in particular, I want to appreciate the support that we are getting from Professor Ratemo Micheka, who is on the screen right now. I can see him. Maybe, Professor, you can give a wave to the people? Or maybe just say a quick jumbo.
Yeah,
thank you.
Colleagues, I thank you very much. A very interesting discussion, and I hope we do follow what our good friend has said. Thank you so much, Ndewa, and we look forward to really utilizing what we learn. Let it not just pass by the other ear. Thank you, and thank you all.
Thank you very much, Professor. Professor is our chair of the membership committee, and he sits in the governing council in the capacity of the chair of that committee. During the presentation, I also saw the chairman of the MUA governing council, Dr. Godfrey Odundo. Is he still there? Dr. Odundo, thank you also for the support that you continue to give us. As you all know, KIM has a sponsored university, and this is the Management University of Africa. So for those who are doing diploma at KIM, we provide a pathway for degree courses, and this is through MUA. Fourthly, we greatly appreciate all our staff, especially Tom and your team, the dedication, the passion that you give it. I think George even noticed, and he noted the passion that you give it. We don't take it for granted. So Tom and your entire team, thank you very much for the support. Last but not least, members will agree with me that George has done an excellent discourse. And just to sample some of the comments that we're seeing on the chat, one of them said very practical lessons. Another one said very passionate and powerful presentation. Another one said very insightful presentation. There was somebody who said very informative, exciting, amazing, great presentation, thumbs up, bravo, excellent. And one summed it up and said, you have the passion for everything. So George, thank you so much. From all of us at KIM, we say thank you so much. And I think we do the usual way. We just give him the ululation instead of the hands clap, because that would have been the case had we been face to face. Thank you, George. We are likely to call you once again, obviously, to come and talk to our students or even talk in an exposition like this one. But the discourse you've given us is really excellent, and thank you for the support. I know you also had indicated one time that you're willing to take some of our students specifically so that they can do internship at Optiven. And I think since now we are back into learning, these are things that we'll be able to pick up with you. Thank you. Members, have a good evening. Please ensure that you observe the Ministry of Health protocols, especially on safe distancing and watching all the other protocols. God bless you and have a blessed evening. Thank you very much. And bye for now.